Everton 2, Liverpool 2. What an absolute madness at the end there, both after the final whistle and, of course, that moment for Tarkowski and for Everton fans as a whole. We'll look at the game, and I think we'll do a bit of a tour of the stats from the game, because I think there are storylines from that along the way as I look at it here, but also some flashpoints as well, which, I mean, maybe we get that bit out of the way first. First of all, in terms of the sendings off, when you look at it back, Doucouré has to be sent off or given that second booking. Curtis Jones, I guess he goes a bit heavy-handed, and so for him to get a straight red, I think it was, that feels a little bit harsh, especially when Doucouré's just run to the Liverpool fans and been that antagonistic. That said, part of me is like, do you know what? We actually need this needle. Now, look, I am a neutral in this, and I understand Liverpool fans, you should absolutely hate Doucouré now. I get it. And Everton fans, you should absolutely love Doucouré. But I think the fact that Doucouré was laughing after the game, despite being sent off, shows how little he was really bothered about that. Arne Slot, now, people get angry about the Arne Slot thing. I've been sarcastic to refs here and there, and we all have. And you're kind of asking for it a little bit, to be honest. And so from what I saw watching the game, and I was watching the game talking to my friend Kai, or producer Kai, who is a big Everton fan, and I said we'll talk about that. But the Arne Slot thing, that you're being cheeky, you're being sarcastic, and so you're going to get what you're going to get, especially when people are trying to clamp down on this. So anything about it being Michael Oliver, I actually thought broadly he got a lot of stuff right. Like, that will create an explosion in a lot of people's minds, because understandably you're emotional about the game. But me watching the game, I didn't think there was too much. And look, there's historical stuff here as well. But again, I'm not getting into that nonsense. Like, I thought he dealt with the last Merseyside Derby at Goodison Park, where when things like that happen, like, chaos will ensue, which it did. And then he has to deal with it after that. So I guess focus on the behaviour of the people involved as much as the referee in this instance. In terms of the goal itself, another great example of where I kind of hate VAR. Yes, it adds drama and longevity to that drama. But in terms of, like, the scenes again were spoiled a little bit. Right at the end, fortunately, the scenes were so insane that... And there wasn't that feeling that it could be offside, that they did let themselves go, and you saw Tarkowski do what he did, and what a finish, by the way. Absolutely walloped that. And it's amazing, isn't it? Those moments when it goes boing and it sort of bounces its way through, and then Tarkowski, you see a 6. He's number 6, isn't he? Yeah, you see the 6, and you're just like, hit it. And then he goes, wah. Unbelievable stuff. If this is the first time you're watching more James Allcott, chat's going to be far more casual. We will have a look over here. But this is a bit more casual. So if you like that, we're trying to get subs to 30k. So please do hit that subscribe button. And look, I think let's do a bit of a tour, shall we? So first of all, I think this is a big part of this, right? The game, a huge moment was Iliman Ndiaye getting injured. That absolutely killed it for Everton. But Everton, in terms of their plan, if anyone doesn't know, this is a momentum bar, and the higher the sort of bars, the higher the attacking momentum is, in terms of the chances and what that might be. And so, for example, right at the end there, as you can see, Everton had a bit of momentum, didn't they, to get themselves that equaliser. But the important thing, I think, is that when you've got these two teams, for Everton to keep Liverpool at bay as much as they did, I think it's one of those two things can be true here. I think we should really embrace that this kind of atmosphere, the occasion, the desire of both teams involved, and that desire to stop in terms of Everton and Liverpool is worth, enjoying. And you can put the opposition off their game somewhat. And I think it's a fair thing to say that Liverpool weren't at it. From a defensive point of view, I thought Everton were really, really solid in terms of how they played, and that's what David Moyes and Sean Dyche, of course, before that. Oh, what are we doing? Where are we going? Here we go. Sean Dyche, he's previously had that in place, and it did feel like that sort of derby that we've seen a million times, where Liverpool have got the ball, but are they able to kind of get through? And you generally expect that they will be able to kind of get through. But as you can see, they had that kind of solid back four. Mikalenko trying to get a bit higher up for the team, and of course he did so to get that final cross in right at the end. But Salah, you can see a lot of the time, he was sort of curving his run in terms of when Everton had the ball. And so Everton had to play the ball long a lot. From a defensive point of view, it was actually a 4-2-4 initially, but as we say, Iliman Ndiaye went off, and that absolutely killed them. From an offensive point of view, it meant that they had to go a lot longer. They had to focus on Doucouré and Beto just kind of being a bit of a front two and being difficult to deal with. And then out of possession, it then turned into those two actually trying to stop the ball into Gravenberch, who barely touched the ball throughout the game because they were so compact, Everton overall. It was a bit of a 4-2-4, but they were stopping that passing shadow into Gravenberch. And McAllister, although he's here because in the second half he played a lot deeper, in the first half was playing a lot higher. And so they stopped him. They made life difficult for them. And that can't be underappreciated, in my opinion, because of this. Check this out. So you got the two teams here, right? But if I forget the performances for a second, because Salah, actually, to be fair, the assist was filth, wasn't it? But look, check out the market value. So it'll be just underneath what I'm about to press here. 208 million euros to the 576 million of Liverpool. And so Liverpool fans are going to be annoyed about whatever they want to clutch onto, but you've got a lot of talent there, and you weren't able to break this team down enough. Back to that point of the momentum bar was pretty even. And when we look at the stats, Everton were really, really strong. I said at half-time to Kai, I said, do you know what? If you, without Iliman Ndiaye, I think you got to take what you can get. And by that, I meant if you can get to the end of this game and Liverpool have created less than 1.5 XG, then I think you then just see how it falls. And that's what they did. And actually, this is the first half, 0.62 to 0.27 in the second half, 0.36 to 0.38, which actually that surprised me a little bit because of the Doucouré chance and let's say the Harrison chance, but certainly the Doucouré, that header should have been better, but headers, their XG is a bit lower, which I understand. Yeah. But the important thing is they kept Liverpool at bay. And so overall, their XG, 0.65, you give yourself a chance. And that's all they could do. Because the bench that they had, you've got Brozier out, Calvert-Lewin out. These are attacking players. Mangala, in terms of that midfield, I can't believe Idrissa Gana Gueye was actually able to sort of get through the whole match. Look at this bench. Look how poor that bench is. Look at the lack of quality that you can bring on. And so for them to hang in there, and this is my point, when you're the lesser team in a rivalry, you've got to stomach a lot. And I don't think there's a team that has to stomach more than Everton. There just isn't. Because in terms of your rivals winning everything, in terms of you having to play this game and curl up into a ball every single time. So any Liverpool fans getting too upset about this, I think get out of your own way a little bit. Because look at the for me, any of the refereeing decisions aren't too hectic. I don't know if someone might clamour around Szoboszlai, should that be a penalty? Absolutely not. There's a similar level of penalty shout for Konaté, which also wasn't a penalty. And you're 7 points clear. Yes, it would have been 2 points more. But you didn't deserve it. You didn't deserve to win the game today. You really, really didn't. And again, as we're sort of making our way around all of this, the fact that the player of the match is Mohamed Salah, who had so little involvement apart from the magical stardust that he was able to provide for the cross and that great deep run from McAllister, which is an incredible header, by the way. And of course, cropping up. And I think he had 2 touches in the penalty box. and still is able to get a goal and assist in this game. That is the quality that gets you out of binds time and again. Whereas when you're Everton, and there'll be a lot of fans who know what I'm talking about, especially when you lose your one X factor guy in Njai, you are down to a team working hard and you hoping that you get a little bit of a break. And I'm here for it. I said to Kai 6 seconds before that last goal, I said, the stuff you have to stomach as an Everton fan. Like constantly being the B-side, constantly being disappointed, having high expectations, being a huge club. I've not done... 2 weeks ago or last week, I did the first positive video I think I've ever done on Everton. And I've been chatting about football for, a good few years now. Like, it's been a very tough time for them. So when you come into this Merseyside Derby, the last one at Goodison, and for context, for anyone who doesn't know, Liverpool have won 41 games. Everton have won 41 games. So it was like, just don't lose. And I know that feeling where it's like, we haven't really got as much quality as you. Things need to kind of go our way, and we need to make you feel a bit off. So when it feels like it's not gone your way and you've not really got what you deserved, that's cruel. And that's more stuff that you've got to stomach. And then you've got to stomach the patronising that you'll naturally get, which you should get, because this is tribal, this is football, this is rivalry. It's just banter. I get that, but you still have to stomach it. So I'll be honest, I am absolutely thrilled that Everton fans got that moment, that they don't have to stomach more. And Liverpool fans, of course, you can't say it in public, but like, give them a break. Like, you don't have to be an Everton fan. Yeah, you get to be a Liverpool fan. So tonight, I'm well happy for Everton, because they deserve that. They deserve that draw. And I didn't think they had the quality. And overall, they didn't have the quality. But they kept going. And they got a moment that, let's be honest, is iconic. That finish is iconic. Incredible stuff. If you enjoy the more casual side of me, then this is the channel for you. This is more James Allcott. We're trying to get to 30k, so hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And Liverpool fans, if you want to bask in the bit of glory, why not check out the video about Conor Bradley, where we're talking about why he's an absolute joke. Because remember, you're in the League Cup final and still in the Champions League and 7 points clear in the Premier League title race. So life's great, okay? Hit the like button as well. Cheers. Bye.